you know, coming up in just a moment, we're going to do today's Tao Daily Tarot reading. Here's a little heads up for you. This is a rejoining opportunity. Your divine masculine, your divine feminine, a rebalancing of the two. And this is what it's going to do, or what it's going to take to help you rebalance yourself. Very important. We'll have it coming up. Well, hello and welcome to today's edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for joining me, whether you're first timer, long timer, cross watcher, makes no difference. You are more than welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, for those who are here for the first time, let me just quickly run through the reasons why this is a different tarot read than others. One, it's archetypal. I read the images from the card. It's an 8-card spread. I use 4 decks, 8 cards, because the Tao, by definition, is simple. And so that's all that I use. I also focus on energy. I don't focus on predictions. I focus on energy. Energy of, coming, going, pushing, pulling, the things that affect you every day. Because things are coming at you, things are going away from you, things are pushing you, things are pulling you. That's life. And think of this as a kind of energetic weather report. You want to know what's going on around you. You want to know what the energies are, because they apply differently in everybody's life. Just because you get a Cups card doesn't mean that it's love necessarily, or certainly not romantic love. Same thing with Pentacles. It may mean money, but Pentacles are things that you value. So I put out this weather report, or if you will, how about a GPS of frequency, huh? And you take this weather report, this energetic weather report, you apply it to your life. And the results, or the reports that I've been getting from people who have been following me since the first of the year, they love this because it gives them a flexibility, gives them control to navigate their life. Doesn't give power to anybody else. It gives them the power to navigate their life. That's the point. I also do something called the Hyper Shuffle. That's different, and I try to get this in within about 10 minutes. The last few days I've been running a little bit over. See if I can't knock it off in about 10 minutes today, because you're busy. You have things to do, people to see. You got a life. 10 minutes you can find. So here we go with today's Tao Daily Report, and I'm going to do the Hyper Shuffle. So there you go. That is the Hyper Shuffle. Let's get to the Tao Daily Report. We open up with the Oracle card. This is the overall temperature card. Remember, this is an energetic weather report, right? And so the overall temperature card is breathe. You know, it's probably one of the most powerful things anybody can do. It helps to deacidify your blood faster than just about anything. It gets you from sympathetic mode into parasympathetic mode. That is the nice, calm, healing mode, as opposed to the stressed mode. Breathing is really, really important. And we don't do that enough, especially when you're tense. You're not breathing. So that's the advice. We begin now in the energy department of coming and going, and we have here the Queen of Pentacles. She's been showing up quite a bit lately. Queen of Pentacles knows her value, that is for sure. Yeah, it could be talking about money, job, that kind of a situation, and certainly would be a good thing. But I also think a lot of it has to do with how we feel about ourselves. Because I've noticed one thing over the past year, people's sense of self has diminished in many respects. And so the Queen of Pentacles is saying, value yourself. Breathe. Settle. Relax. The next card from the coming and going department, Two of Pentacles. It's the dance of change. It's deciding, okay, we're talking Pentacles, so we're talking things we value. Yes, we may be talking money, so it might be a change of jobs, maybe a promotion, and you have to decide whether or not you want to do any of those things. But also, as likely, it is you balancing what is important in your life, or rebalancing, as the case may be. Remember, I was just saying, we were just talking about the Queen of Pentacles and the value of self. This is reestablishing that. Okay, so this is what they told me I should be chasing. Do I really want to chase it anymore? That's the question. And the answer, at least today, breathe. Yeah, very, very important. Settle you right down real quick. We now go to the energy of pushing and pulling. And we have here the Eight of Wands. So some information coming in, some communication coming in. Could be from somebody else. Could be a realization on your part. All of a sudden a light bulb goes off and you go, wow, I got it. But I suspect this would be information coming in from outside of your sphere. And it will have an enlightening impact on you. Eight of Wands probably help you start thinking about having more enthusiasm in your life. Because after all, we wrap up here this pushing and pulling energy with the card Justice. Looking for balance in your life. Looking for equality in your life. And you notice she's holding a sword in one hand and scales in the other. So it's thought, it's thinking, it's information that will make the change. And since it is right next to the Eight of Wands, there's probably some information coming in, some observation coming in that will make a huge difference for you. And so be open to it. But the only way that you're going to really be open to it is if you continue to breathe. Have you ever noticed that, especially if you have a desk job, sometimes you could be sitting at a desk, at home, at work, wherever. Have you ever noticed sometimes you're not even really breathing? So that's good advice today. Breathe. We now move to the first magnifier card. Queen of Wands, passion, excitement, enthusiasm. All right. So you're looking for that. You're looking for that. And boy, we've really talked a lot about that kind of a situation in your life. The idea of putting back some joy for life. I think it's joie de vie, I believe, is the French. It may not be. If it's not, leave me a comment and tell me what I just said. Boy, do I need that from time to time, huh? Anyway, it is the Queen of Wands, the second queen showing up here. And I think that has to do with each of us individually valuing ourselves and creating some enthusiasm in our life. Then we got the Hermit. Very important. This is the observation. This is the sitting back and looking. And not being passive, but being observant. Digging deep, getting tremendous wisdom, insight. And I think that will come from things like the Eight of Wands. Alrighty? Eight of Wands will help out. There is some piece of information here that you are going to be getting within, let's say, between now and the new moon. I think will make a tremendous difference in your life. But you are still on the search for getting some sort of energy, enthusiasm back in your life. You know, before I started today's read, I did a pre-shuffle. Always do that a little bit, kind of get the feel of what's going on. And what came up was the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups talks about not having any more passion, not having any more love, being disappointed, being hurt, in fact. Okay, bereavement, loss, regret, sadness. But the Seven of Swords says, it can say there's a thief, and there may be a thief in your life stealing the happiness, the joy. But the Seven of Swords also says, hey, guess what? This could be planning. This is behind the scenes stuff. Okay? Yes, there may be someone or something in your life that's underhanded that has stolen your joy, and that leads us to our vice versa card. The Two of Cups in reverse. Now, in the vice versa deck, this does not mean that you are not capable of joining with someone else, Two of Cups. But remember, originally, the Two of Cups meant the choice. And in reverse, it means more than likely this is an internal action. So it may be a question of balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine in you. Recalibrating your spiritual self. And the way that you do that is by breathing. Alrighty? Preferably without a mask, preferably in fresh air, preferably outdoors, but breathe. that something that has been, going back to the Seven of Swords, that has been stolen from us, right? Has been stolen from us. And with that, that means we are not able to breathe freely, and that's so important. So keep that in mind. The very thing that has been stolen from you, that Seven of Swords I was talking about in the pre-shuffle, that very thing is critical right now to balancing you spiritually, mentally, physically, so that you can join your divine masculine and divine feminine. Breathe. That is the tarot reading for the day. I thank you very much for being here. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Always remember to do that as I'm trying to build a channel. Otherwise, you and I will get again tomorrow, or at least have a chance, because I do a brand new reading every single day, 365 days a year. If we don't get together tomorrow, then between now and the next time that we get here, you know what I wish for you. I always do. Blessings.